Afternoon, Mark. Thank you very much for joining us. It's a couple of days on from the Hull game, and on reflection, can you be really pleased with the fight and the ability you showed to come back and get something from that game?
Yeah, I mean, we showed all of that against Southampton as well. And again, we went to Hull after the heartbreak of Southampton, and we showed it again away from home, and we got something for the game, and we deserved that. Have
you had a chat with the gaffer about it at all?
I had a chat with the gaffer on the coach on the way home. I was as soon as I got on the bus, my phone went, and we had a natter about it, and he watched it, and he was pleased. Everyone contributed.
We saw the squad reshuffled a little bit. Is that something you're expecting to have to do a bit more over the next few games with how many games you've got?
We would have had like 5 games in 16 days, you know. I think I don't believe every footballer can play every minute, and their performance level will be the same. I think that some of the players put an incredible amount of work in against Southampton, and we have to utilise the squad. The club have invested in these players, and we have to try and give them responsibility on the pitch and accountability, and they have to produce.
The reshuffling, of course, allowed for Lukas Jutkiewicz to come on and score the vital goal. How vital is his attitude and skill set, especially at this stage of the season?
I think his attitude is the same as all of their attitudes. I think they've all been first class since we came here. Lukas has worked hard on his game. He hasn't sulked. He hasn't felt sorry for himself. He's wanted to be part of everything we've done, and he's took every disappointment along the way in his stride as well. He's been a fantastic professional in our time here, and I know in the time he's been at the football club. So we have a few of them as well. We have a lot of them as well. And to be honest, getting on the pitch and scoring a brilliant, goal with what he does best, getting across someone in the box was justification for the attitude and the hard work that he's shown.
You were faced with a bit of a tricky situation in terms of who you played at centre half, especially with the Dion Sanderson appeal being rejected. But how well did Aiwu and Buchanan play in those circumstances?
Again, I think Lee's been versatile. I think he's open-minded to his position. I think when the club signed him, they one of the aspects was his versatility. So he fitted in there, and again, took that job on board and did brilliantly. Aiwu's another one who's, again, he's been frustrated that he hasn't had enough game time under me and Tony, and his attitude again has been amazing. He's worked really hard. And I think he was prepared for the last 2 games that he's had physically and mentally through the training. And again, he did himself justice, and I'm really pleased for him.
Of course, you spoke about George Hall after the game and how good it was to have him back, but to have Alex Pritchard back out there as well, is he potentially ready to start a game?
I hope he is. Again, we've tried to be careful with these players. We try to. I think the club over the season have probably suffered with a lot of injuries, and there's no reason or rhyme or reason for that specifically, but I think we've tried to nurture some of them back, and we're trying to get them all to be available to the end of the season.
It's been a tricky last 3 games against teams, of course, all in the top 6, but have you seen enough from the squad to be confident that they can pick the form up and get results?
Yeah, listen, I think we've had, we played West Bromwich away, Southampton at home, Ipswich away, Hull away. Blackburn and Sunderland, who at the time were going for the playoffs at home, and I think these footballers have shown more than enough. They've got to believe in themselves. I think everybody else believes in them. The fans believe in them, and they have to keep producing on the pitch and turn some good performances into victories.
Looking at Millwall, they're another team in that big cluster of sides from about 16th to 22nd place in the Championship. Does that give the game even more meaning and even more importance?
Yeah, listen, it's a big game. We're going to a team who are around us in the league and have been rejuvenated really under the new coach. So everybody knows the thing about the intimidation with the stadium, and the fans are, we'll have a big set of our fans, a big support, and I'm sure they'll, we'll know they're there. That's what they need to do, and we'll be there as well.
The last 3 games have all been against teams who like to see a lot of the ball. Will it be a bit of a different game plan coming into a game against Millwall, who average so little possession?
Yeah, I think you know it's going to be a contrast. I think the statistics will tell you that. it doesn't mean to say it's any more of a more difficult task. You know, they did beat Southampton, and it's just a different challenge that you face in this league from different styles of football teams, and especially playing them at home is, you know, I would say a lot more difficult at their place than ours. So, you know, it's going to be a big challenge.
Just finally, in terms of injury news, how is Mark Roberts looking? I think you mentioned Christian Bielik might be a little bit longer. Yeah,
Christian's injured till after the internationals. I think we reassess him after the internationals. Mark's trained today. We have to see how he reacts from training. Hopefully he'll train again tomorrow, and then he'll hopefully be fit for selection. But at this moment, I don't know. But he's on the training ground, so that's good.
Mark, thank you very much.
Cheers.